ya tangazo la kuhuzunisha
ambapo Raila Amolo Odinga ameaga dunia.
Na mtazamaji, habari tunazozipokea kutoka India zinadhihirisha kwamba Raila Odinga alifariki mapema hii leo asubuhi.
Na tunapotoa tangazo hilo, tunasubiri tangazo rasmi ambalo litatolewa na familia ya Odinga na serikali ya Rais William Ruto.
Na mtazamaji, kwa yule ambaye anatazama kwa hivi sasa, ni kwamba tunasitisha matangazo yetu haya kuwaletea tangazo la kuhuzunisha kwa hivi sasa.
Na ambapo Raila Amolo Odinga ameaga dunia akiwa na umri wa miaka 80.
Na habari tunazozipokea kutoka India zinadhihirisha kwamba Raila Odinga aliweza kufariki mapema hii leo asubuhi.
Na muda wote kutoka sasa, familia pamoja na serikali ya Rais William Ruto itakuwa inatangazia taifa kuhusiana na kifo cha Raila Amolo Odinga.
Ama kwa hakika tutakuletea mengi zaidi kuhusiana na kifo chake, na pia vile ni wingu jeusi limeweza kugubika taifa na ulimwengu mzima kwa jumla.
Na bila shaka mengi zaidi tutakuwa tunakuletea baada ya muda usiokuwa mrefu. Tutakwenda kila pembe ya nchi yetu ya Kenya, ikiwezekana nje ya nchi.
Raila Amolo Odinga, in full realization of the high calling, assumed the office of the People's President of the Republic of Kenya. So help me God.
Tendawili! Tendawili! Anaishi kwa mwili ya binadamu, lakini ana tabia ya kinyonga. Nani hiyo? Nani hiyo? Mmeshindwa. Mnipate mimi mji basi. Kibra. Sawa. Hiyo ni nywele. Si unajua wasiwasi wa nywele? Akiwa kwa kichwa inaitwa nywele. Akiteremka hapa inaitwa nyuzi. Lakini bado ni nywele. Akiingia kwa macho hapa inaitwa kope. Bado ni nywele. Akiteremka hapa inaitwa shurubu. Lakini bado nini? Akifika hapa inaitwa ndevu. Bado ni nini? Ikifika hapa kwa kifua inaitwa malaika. Bado ni nini? Lakini ikiingia kwa kwapa na huko chini niliambiwa, lakini nimesahau. Kuna nywele zingine utaka kuzinyoa unapeleka kwa kinyozi, sio? Lakini kuna wengine upeleka kwa kinyozi, unaingia kwa choo, unajifunga. Sasa tarehe 7 mwezi huu, yani wiki ijayo, kutakuwa na mechi ya mwisho, na mechi ya kwanza timu wamekuwa kama yule mtu mwingine, tendawili, tendawili, tendawili. Kimbia uchi usiku, akashikwa na usingizi, akalala, asubuhi akaibika. Ni nani huyo? Ni nani huyo? Nani huyo? Mmeshindwa. Mnipade mimi mji basi. Mombasa, huyo ni mchawi.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, President of the Republic of Somalia, All Excellencies, Honorable Members of Parliament, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I, like Alonso, was not expecting to be invited, but I'm pleasantly happy to say a few words. The Bible says that the Lord works in mysterious ways. His wonders to perform. So we find ourselves here today at prayer breakfast. And we have very many foreign guests who have come to join us today. I have always had faith that this occasion gives us opportunity to reflect on where we are coming from, where we are, and where we want to go. I was complaining to one of the officials there, Mr. Pogisho, that he failed in the writing there, and you have to state that I was very instrumental in recreating the prayer group in Parliament after it had collapsed in the early 90s. But we've listened to Lord Hastings, and he has said some wonderful things. He has quoted extensively Nelson Mandela, what Mandela said when he came from prison after 27 years. South Africa had been under apartheid, and the people of South Africa suffered some of the greatest injustices in the world. And when he came out, he decided to shake hands with de Klerk, who represented the system that had put him in jail for 27 years. The late Yasser Arafat and Mr. Isaac Rabin met in Camp David and shook hands. So I said, if Rabin and Arafat could shake hands, Mandela could shake hands with de Klerk, what is wrong in Raila Odinga shaking hands with Uhuru Kenyatta? And when we shook hands, many things changed in our country. The shilling steadied. The stock market itself also steadied. Generally, the peace returned in our country. But more importantly, it has also an infection thousands of kilometers away from our borders, somewhere in Korea. The leaders of North and South Korea went into the 58th parallel and crossed the border and shook hands. So this is what is needed so that the countries can move forward. We have a great country, Kenya, and we have no other country than Kenya. And I've said that if I were to die and God asked me, where do you want to be born again? I would tell him, take me back to Kenya. So all that we need is to make this country a better place for our people to live in. And that's the reason why the current campaign that is going on to fight the vice that is one of the major enemies, corruption, as our full support. And we've said that it must be fought to the logical conclusion. I was telling the president sometimes yesterday, I told him, you know, I told some people in Western last weekend that in the community I come from, there goes hunters. And when you go hunting, you go with a dog. When the dog sees a squirrel, it will chase the squirrel. When it sees a hare, to chase the hare. When it sees the antelope, to chase the antelope. But when you see the dog go into the bush and come back running with his tail coiled between his legs, you know that the dog has seen something more dangerous. So you should begin to run away. Maybe it has seen a leopard. You never hunt a leopard with a dog. To hunt a leopard, you need a lion. And we have a lion in this country. So I told him, use the lion to hunt the leopard. But we are confident that ultimately the Kenyan spirit will prevail. In conclusion, I want you to look at your your neighbor and shake hands. And shake hands with your neighbor. May the Lord bless all of you. Thank you.
Kenya's two big men stood there grinning, shoulder to shoulder, Odinga on the left, his bitter rival Kibaki beside him. Enter the peacemaker, Kofi Annan, and then came the extraordinary handshake. It drew cheers, but many Kenyans watched in utter disbelief.
We all believe that only genuine dialogue and reconciliation can build the trust required for all Kenyans to come together and live in lasting peace, stability, and prosperity. Thank you very much.
It all looks like the former UN Secretary General had indeed banged heads together in this his high-stakes mission as mediator, persuading Odinga and Kibaki to put Kenya's national interests above their personal political vendetta. There's been too much blood spilled.
I said in the past that we are ready to walk the extra mile if that will enable Kenyans to get peace. Today, you have taken the first vital steps in resolving the electoral disputes and conflicts that has ravaged this country for nearly a month now.
After being sworn in as your duly elected President of Kenya, I will personally lead our country in promoting unity, tolerance, peace, and harmony among our Kenyans.
But if you think it's peace in our time, think again. Immediately after this love-in, Odinga's party denounced Kibaki's claim to be the duly elected President of Kenya. They called it demeaning behaviour that would undermine the mediation effort and prolong the suffering of the people of Kenya. And this is the sharp end of the crippling political impasse, Eldoret in the Rift Valley today. These people burned out of their homes and driven here at the point of a panga.
You see, Saba actually was a very noble idea. Saba was meant to bring the people together for a common cause. And this cause was change. And we decided that we would go to Kamkunji grounds, which is historical grounds. This is where the last Kenya African Union meeting was held in 1952, before the declaration of the state of emergency. And that is again where, when they allowed for formation of political parties, again the first rally of KAN was held in Kamkunji. So Kamkunji, that is also why eventually when they lifted Section 2A and allowed for formation of political parties, and the first party to be registered as the Forum for Restoration of Democracy, the first rally was held at Kamkunji. So we say that the Kamkunji has got a historical meaning, and that's why we wanted to go there. So what we're saying is that if you want to remember Saba, then we go to Kamkunji. I always go to Kamkunji, even quietly, but I always go there on Sabasaba Day to just go and remember the people who lost their lives there. So my idea would be we go to Kamkunji tomorrow, because if you're talking about protesting, you are protesting, where is this protest going to start and where is it going to? My view would be the road should lead to Kamkunji. And then in Kamkunji, people meet there and pass a resolution. This is what we want, the Kenya we want. To me, that would be the best way to remember people who have died fighting for the right of the people of Kenya.